Well, a good evening, good evening. What's going on, all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world? Welcome to another live pro wrestling talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. I am your host, your MC, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. It is Monday, February 23rd, 2026, as we enter into the final full week of the month of February. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everybody's doing well, staying warm. Shout out to the folks up there in New York. Hope everybody's safe. I know they had quite a snowstorm, so hope everybody's safe and staying warm. All of the above. But yeah, so I wanted to get on for a little while and talk about a couple of things. Got quite a bit on the menu tonight. So I want to first start off talking Las Vegas WrestleMania week. Now, as most of y'all know, I won't be going to WrestleMania, but I will be going to other shows that'll be happening during WrestleMania week in Las Vegas, just like I did last year. So this year won't be any different. But I wanted to talk about two shows that were just announced not too long ago today. And I have to say, one of them's kind of a surprise. The other one, not so much a surprise, but was kind of a little shocked that this announcement came in a little bit later than I thought. But let's get started with this first show. Check it out. Alrighty. House of Glory Wrestling will be coming to Las Vegas April the 16th. That's right, April the 16th, which is on a Wednesday. Or no, that's on a Thursday. What am I talking about? But yeah, they didn't post anything about a time or a venue for this show. But at least we know it's happening. So, but yeah, this will be Thursday, April 16th. And apparently tickets go on sale this Wednesday. They didn't say what time this Wednesday, but I'm sure we will probably know between now and probably the end of the day, either today or tomorrow. But I've never been to a House of Glory show or anything like that, but I mean, hey, it's good to see as many promotions possible, get their fill in during WrestleMania week. So, I'm not so sure that I will go to this show, but we'll see. I'm still kind of putting together my schedule, but like I said, once I have my schedule fully set, I will reveal it in another video / live stream. So do keep an eye out for that. That will eventually come. So just be a little bit more patient as more stuff gets announced and as I finish up putting my schedule together for Vegas. So keep an eye out for that. But shout out to House of Glory Wrestling. They are coming to Vegas April 16th. So for those that are interested, keep an eye out for this Wednesday when tickets go on sale. Okay. And then the second show that has my attention, that I am looking really, really strongly considering going for obvious reasons, and that's right, for round 2, we got Spark Joshi Poresu's Lady Luck 2. returns to Las Vegas. It will be on Sunday, April 19th. And it will be at the Hyper Arena, or the HyperX Arena at the Luxor Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Doors open at 11 a.m. and bell time is at 12 p.m., which will be the local time over there in Vegas. But we now know that tickets for this show go on sale this Wednesday, February 25th at 4:45 p.m. Pacific time. So that's for all you Eastern Standard Time folks like me, that would be 7:45 p.m. So definitely got to keep an eye out for this one. Although the only thing that I'm really just, which first off, shout out to Chibi CB Liffer for putting this together. You know, she's one of the main folks behind Spark Joshi Proresu. Like I said, I went to Lady Luck in Vegas last year, which was a really good show. And I also went to the Houston show that they did, which was a little bit after the Vegas show. But good to see Spark Joshi back on the scene for this year in Vegas. The only thing I'm keeping an eye out is really still waiting on details on the Stardom show. Because we already know that they did announce that Stardom is coming back to Vegas for American Dream 2026. We just don't have a date yet, and we don't have a venue yet. So I know a lot of folks like me are still kind of waiting patiently for that. And, you know, it's also pretty weird with how Stardom is kind of going lately, because, I mean, they haven't even announced the competitors for the Cinderella tournament. And the Cinderella tournament starts next week. As crazy as that sounds. So we'll have to see. But, you know, being that Spark Joshi has put this announcement out now, I think it's only a matter of time before we get the Stardom show date announcement. So, we'll see what happens, but I definitely think it's probably gonna happen this week. I think it's gonna happen this week. And of course, lately, Spark has been known for, you know, doing a little bit of collaboration work with Stardom, being that they've had some of the Stardom wrestlers on their shows the past 2 years. So I definitely have a feeling that's probably going to happen again this time for Lady Luck 2. So I think it's just a matter of once Stardom makes their show announcement and they also make their talent announcement, that's probably when we're going to start seeing announcements for other shows like Spark and maybe even some of the other shows going on in Vegas. So, you know, we just got to be a little bit patient. But I will say this. Spark Joshi has announced the ticket prices for Lady Luck 2. They have general admission standing room at $45, fourth row $60, third row $75, second row $90, and then front row $100. Which, if I remember correctly, those were the similar prices for last year's Spark Joshi shows. So, not really surprised there at those prices. You know, I think those are good, reasonable prices. But yeah, so yeah, all those that are looking forward to the Spark Joshi Lady Luck 2, tickets go on sale this Wednesday, February 25th, 4:45 p.m. Pacific time, which is 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just keep an eye out on that. But we'll see what happens as well, because like I said, I'm still going to try to keep an eye out for the Stardom show. And who knows? It might be one show. They might do another doubleheader. We don't know. They did a doubleheader in Vegas last year. So we just got to wait and see. Just got to wait and see. But it's exciting. It's definitely very exciting. So, cool deal. Shout out to House of Glory Wrestling and Spark Joshi Pro Wrestling. Okay. Now I kind of want to switch gears a little bit. Talk about WWE Elimination Chamber. Now for the record, this isn't a preview. This isn't a preview yet. But here's the thing. Two things. Number one, so just like they're doing with WrestleMania 42, with the whole watch parties and like bars and restaurants that typically host watch parties, so they blocked those out for WrestleMania 42 for locations within a 50-mile radius. And come to find out, they are going to do the same thing in Chicago with Elimination Chamber. Going to be blocking out watch parties and gatherings at bars, restaurants, other venues, not the main venue, not the United Center, within a 50-mile radius. So pretty much, if you're in the Chicago area and you're near the United Center, they're pretty much going to try to make you go to the venue to see the show if you are interested in seeing the show live. So that's the only thing. And then looking at Ticketmaster, I mean, there's still tons of tickets still available for Elimination Chamber. And Elimination Chamber, is coming up. It's this Saturday, February 28th. So, yeah, you know what? Let me look at WrestleTix, because I'm kind of curious to see at least a number of what they have left. I'm very, very curious. So, okay. Elimination Chamber. Where you at? There we go. So, as of February 20th, according to WrestleTix, which I'm sure this is probably updated, so far, tickets distributed is at 14,895 total tickets distributed. Available tickets at 2,121. Looks like the cheapest ticket available, which is a standard admission, is going to run about $261.05. Resale, $406. I don't know if that means that's how much they cost, or if that's how many tickets are resale tickets. I think that's what that means. But, and, that's assuming that the $261 is for nosebleed. But, yeah, they do have a couple of first row tickets left. They got about 7 first row tickets left, and they're at least about $5,200, not including fees and such. Floor seats are gonna run you at least between $600 to $5,000. So yeah, and they still got a whole bunch of seats in the upper section of the United Center, over in the club level, seating 200 level, there's still plenty. Still plenty. You know, I'm not so sure they sell out by Saturday, but I mean, you never know. But, you know, main thing is just, they're doing the same thing with WrestleMania that they're doing, or they're doing the same thing with Elimination Chamber that they did with WrestleMania as far as blocking out the watch parties, which, that's just not a good look. That's really not a good look. Not to mention the product overall has really suffered. You know, and it's at the point where so many folks, including former WWE alumni, that's, you know, podcasting, that's, you know, talking about how bad prices are and just everything that they're doing. So, I mean, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. So, and the thing is, I mean, this is the go-home week for Elimination Chamber, and this is the last stop before WrestleMania 42. So yeah. Not to mention, looking at a lot of the verified resale tickets, even in the upper areas, the verified resale tickets are at least $1,000 a piece. They're like between $650 and $1,000 a piece. So, yeah. I mean, as it gets closer to the nosebleed, it gets to, you know, in the 300s. But, yeah. I don't know. It's not really a great look when the show is this Saturday coming up. And here it is Monday evening. So, but guess we'll see what happens, but it's just really sad that they're doing the whole blocking out watch parties with Elimination Chamber. It's really a bummer. But that's WWE and TKO for you. Okay, moving on. So, wanted to switch gears to some TJPW. So, we know we have TJPW Grand Princess 26 coming up in March the 29th at Ryogoku Kokikugan. Despite some of the card looking kind of questionable, I'm still looking forward to this show. But not only that, they have made another special announcement. So, at Grand Princess 26, all 3 sets of TJPW championships, which are the International Princess Championship, the Princess Tag Team Championship, and the Princess of Princess Championship, will all be getting brand new designs. That's right. All 3 sets of titles will be getting brand new designs, and they will debut at Grand Princess 26. That's big. That's pretty big. That's quite an announcement. I mean, I think, if I remember correctly, I think this will be TJPW's first belt design change since the birth of the company, I believe. So, looks like this was a long time coming. But you know, hey, I think that's cool. I think that's cool. But it also makes me wonder, this could be a little bit of extra incentive that 1, 2, or all 3 championships could change hands. I mean, think about it. All 3 belts are getting new designs, brand new designs. It really would not be that big of a surprise now if one to all three of them changed hands at Grand Princess. Because the stakes have really been raised even more. Now that they're going to be having new belts. So, I haven't done my preview yet of Grand Princess. I'm still waiting for them to finalize the full card. They haven't done that yet. But I'll be very curious to see what happens once they have the full card. And with this announcement of all three belts getting new designs, that's probably going to factor in to some of my predictions. I'm just saying. So, we'll see what happens. But the only thing now is Stardom. World Wonder Ring Stardom, I think, should consider doing the same thing because I feel like that promotion is long overdue for some new belt designs. I don't know about y'all, but I think they're long overdue for some new belt designs. I mean, that's just my honest opinion. Like, the high-speed title looks like a mess. Shoot. Yeah, that title looks like a mess. The red and white belts look like a mess. They really need some new designs for those titles. Badly. Really, really badly. So, hoping that they will do that soon. You know, that Stardom will follow suit. But, I mean, you never know. You never know. I do feel like at some point that'll happen. Probably won't be before the end of this year. But I mean, hey, I can be hopeful, right? I can be hopeful, right? But anyway, let's see. Also, word is, I don't know who, but oh, actually, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Unfortunately, Kick Slash of Miyu Yamashita and Kaya Toribami recently have lost the IWA Japan Setup World Tag Team Championships. They unfortunately just lost those titles to Matcha, and I forgot who her partner was. Oh man, I can't think of who her partner was. Somebody's gonna have to help me out with that, because I didn't see the show, but oh man, cannot remember her partner. I think it was Monmoth. I think it was Monomoth, if I remember correctly. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But yes, Kick Slash recently just lost the IWA Setup Japan World Tag Team titles. So it's a bummer for them, but hey, they had a decent reign, and not only that, they've become quite a formidable tag team now. So, but yeah, looking forward to when they reveal the new championship designs at Grand Princess 26. Should be good. Should be really good. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now let's switch gears to Pro Wrestling Noah for the Noah Junior Tag League 2026. So, all of the block matches have been completed. The finals have been set. So, let's take a look and see the standings and see who will be competing on March 1st at Korakuen Hall for the Noah Junior Tag League 2026 trophy. All right, got my spreadsheet up. Let's do this. All righty, here we go. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot to adjust this. Sorry. Okay. Let me save it. Knew I was missing something. All right. So, we had two teams that finished with 3 points apiece. Final records of 1, 5, and 1. Those teams are Amakusha and the team of Ita and Katsumi Inahara. Let's take a look at Ita and Katsumi Inahara. It wasn't until their very last match of the tournament that they were finally able to score a victory over Team Noah, but 5 losses to Los Intocables, Dragonbane Alejandro, True and Lacey, and both Team 2000X teams. And then they had the one draw with Amakusha. So, really, really rough tournament for Ita and Katsumi Inahara, but at least they did not finish winless. So, I'll take that positive for what it is. And then let's look at Amakusha. That's the combo of Black Mansoure and the current GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion Amakusa. Same thing. They got their final victory in their final match over Team 2000X Tadasuke and Jun Masaoka. But 5 losses to Alpha Wolf Kai Fujimura, True and Lacey, Team Noah, Los Intocables, and Dragonbane Alejandro. And their one draw was with Ita Katsumi Inahara. So, they too ended up finishing with at least one victory. Even though I'm not a fan of the pairing. I thought the pairing was bad, but they didn't finish winless. Okay. We had one team that finished with a final record of 2-5 with 4 points total. That team was Team Noah, which is Atsushi Kotoge and Hiroki. Okay. Their 2 victories were over Amakusha and Los Intocables, but their 5 losses were to Dragonbane Alejandro, True and Lacey, Ita and Katsumi Inahara, and both Team 2000X teams. So, seemed like Team Noah started off pretty decent, but then they just fell apart badly. I mean, really badly. So, it was really a bummer to see. Okay. We had 3 teams. 3 teams that finished with 8 points apiece, with final records of 4 and 3. Those teams were Team 2000X's Tadasuke and Jun Masaoka, True and Lacey, and the GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions Los Intocables. All right, let's take a look at Team 2000X Tadasuke and Jun Masaoka. Their 4 victories were over Ita Katsumi Inahara, Alpha Wolf Kai Fujimura, Team Noah, and Dragonbane Alejandro. Their 3 losses were to Los Intocables, Amakusha, and True and Lacey. They were on a roll. They were definitely on a roll. Had quite the win streak going, but they fell apart near the end and could not keep the lead. So, tough break for Tadasuke Jun Masaoka, but not a bad effort. Not a bad effort. 1 second. Okay. Now let's take a look at True and Lacey. So True and Lacey, that's Mark True and Kieran Lacey. Also 4-3 record. They had victories over Team Noah, Amakusha, Team 2000X, Tadasuke and Jun Masaoka, and Ita Katsumi Inahara. But they lost to Alpha Wolf and Kai Fujimura, Dragon Bane and Alejandro, and Los Intocables. So, for their return to Noah, they had a pretty good showing, but was not able to finish in the top 2, but a great effort from this team. Not to mention, they did pretty dang on good 2 years ago as well, but came up short of top 2. Okay, and then the GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Los Intocables. That's Daga and Daiki Orashima. Same record, 4-3. 4 victories over Amakusha, True and Lacey, Tadasuke Jun Masaoka, and Eita Katsumi Inahara. But losses to Alpha Wolf Kai Fujimura, Team Noah, and Dragon Bane Alejandro. They hung in there, but did not finish in the top 2, which, I mean, it's all good. After all, the winner of this tournament is going to challenge them for the tag titles anyway, so, I mean, either way, they're still the champs. They're just not going to win this tournament. Okay. Finishing in second place to qualify for the finals. Finishing with 10 points on a 5-2 record is the team of Dragon Bane and Alejandro. 5 victories over Los Intocables, Team Noah, Amakusha, True and Lacey, and Ita and Katsumi Inahara. And they lost 2 matches to both Team 2000X teams. But hey, finished with 10 points and will advance to the finals, so they got a shot to still win this whole thing. So congrats to Dragon Bane and Alejandro for punching their ticket to the finals. Finishing at the top of the block, first place to head to the finals, finishing what a thunderous, colossal 6-1 record, 12 points, is Team 2000X, Alpha Wolf, and Kai Fujimura. 6 victories over Los Intocables, Dragon Bang Alejandro, Team Noah, Amakusha, True and Lacey, and Ita Katsumi Inahara. And the one loss they suffered was by the other Team 2000X and Tadasuke and Jun Masaoka. So, with that being said, our finals matchup comes down to a rematch between Dragon Bane and Alejandro and Team 2000X Alpha Wolf Kai Fujimura. And oh, this is so ironic. So ironic, considering that Alpha Wolf turned on his brother Dragon Bane to join Team 2000X, and Kai Fujimura did the same thing, turning on Alejandro, leaving all rebellion to turn and join Team 2000X. So, Very interesting that we will be revisiting this matchup in the finals. So, can't be too surprised at this turnout. Now, Alpha Wolf Kai Fujimura beat Dragon Bane and Alejandro in the block match. So, Dragon Bane and Alejandro have an opportunity to get revenge. So, we'll see what happens. But yeah, they will do battle March 1st at Korakuen Hall. That's where the finals will take place. And typically the winner gets a trophy and will be the number one contenders to the GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, currently held by Daga Daiki Orashima, known as Los Intocables. So, we'll see what happens. Should be quite a great matchup. These two teams have done battle before. So, we'll see if they'll take it up a notch in the finals. Should be good, though. Should be really good. Okay. And now, want to finish off talking Dream Star Fighting Marigold. So, wanted to give my review of Marigold New Year Golden Garden 2026, which took place this past weekend. Technically, it's February 23rd, even though in my zone I got to watch it on February 22nd. This was at Korakuen Hall. And I have to say, it was quite an interesting turnout. But let me go ahead and get my graphics up, and then we will jump right into it. Let me see. Here we go. Let me get my notes out. I actually got my notes on my phone. So let me get my notes out from my phone. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, let's get started. First match. We had a tag match. We had the team of Komomo Minami and the Mad Dog of Naniwa, Yuuka Yamazaki, taking on Spunky Monster, made up of Seri Yamaoka and Shinno. This was actually a really good, solid opening match. Definitely enjoyed this match from start to finish. This was action-packed. I love the fact that Spunky Monster was still wearing the matching blue and yellow gear. Thought that was really cool. This match lasted 12 minutes, 15 seconds, so had a good amount of time. Once again, all four of these ladies looked really good. Komomo Minami continues to improve. Yuuka Yamazaki continues to improve. And, they're a pretty good tag team together as well, especially in this match. But yeah, this was solid back and forth. I really loved the aggressive offense from Yuuka Yamazaki. I mean, there was at one point she did a 3-hit combo. Did a step-up enziguri, then did a twist of fate, and then she did one other move afterwards. I want to say it was a diving knee drop off the top rope, or it may have been a missile drop kick, one of the two. But yeah, she did a nice 3-hit combo. Wasn't able to get the pin, but just Yuuka Yamazaki has really been looking strong. I mean, just throwing out all sorts of moves in her arsenal. And of course Komomo Minami as well, which, she's had a few title opportunities, so she's growing up the ladder as well in skill. But despite the back and forth between Seri Yamaoka and Yuuka Yamazaki, Seri Yamaoka was able to pin Yuuka Yamazaki with the Aoki clutch for the 1, 2, 3. Spunky Monster, your winners. But like I said, a good, strong opening match by both these teams. Both teams looked amazing. So, really, really fun match. Alrighty. Let's go to our next match. Alrighty, next up, we had ourselves a three-way match between Now Ishikawa, Megaton, and Nagisa Tachibana. This was a pretty decent match. A lot of action, of course, between Now Ishikawa and Nagisa Tachibana. Match lasted almost 9.5 minutes. But I have to say, Nagisa Tachibana is improving. She's definitely been improving. Has been doing a good bit of high flying. And, you know, she's on her way up the ladder, just little by little. You know, these Marigold rookies are really turning the corner. Gotta love it. You know, Megaton did get in a little bit of offense, not a whole lot. I mean, she was doing her comedy and whistleblowing like she normally does. But shout out to Nagisa Tachibana on picking up the victory. She hit 2 back-to-back springboard crossbodies. And of course, the first one hitting Now Ishikawa, the second one hitting Megaton, and her pinning Megaton for the 1-2-3. Nagisa Tachibana, your winner. 2 beautifully executed springboard crossbodies. So, yeah, a great finish for her. Interestingly enough, after the match, a vignette plays featuring Kuroshio, Tokyo, Japan, and some of y'all may know him as Ikemen Jiro from his time in WWE. And issues a challenge to Megaton and holds up the FMW championship, which looks like an old championship. So, now of course, these two faced each other at Marigold First Stream, where, you know, Kuroshio, Tokyo, Japan pinned Megaton like 3 times in a row. So, yeah. It was weird. It was really weird. Really didn't see that one coming. But I just thought it was weird. I mean, I don't know that much about this title. I just remember seeing the initials FMW on the belt. So, but yeah. So Megaton's gonna get a future title opportunity despite her not winning a single match yet. So, yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting. But, hey, best of luck to her. We'll see what happens. Okay, continuing on. Let's go to the next match. Excuse me. Alright, the next match. So this was originally supposed to be a tag match, but unfortunately, Koki Amare was not cleared to compete due to poor health. So, we ended up having ourselves another 3-way match, as we had the Red Queen, Utami Hayashishita, versus Syoko Koshino, versus Hummingbird. Oh, Glenn, welcome to the stream. Says, it's always good to see Jiro Jacket Boy. Yeah, but his entrances are way too freaking long. But I get what you mean. Okay. this three-way was good. This three-way was good. They definitely made the best out of this one. So this was actually a shorter match than I thought it was going to be honest with you. It was a little bit over 8 minutes. Would have liked to have been a little bit longer, but the action was good. I definitely liked the back and forth between Syoko and Utami. Hummingbird got her share of high flying in as well. Of course, you know, I love me some Hummingbird. I've met Hummingbird. She's always really cool. I definitely figured Utami was going to grab this win, you know, for obvious reasons. But, you know, you gotta give Syoko and Hummingbird credit. You know, they brought their A game and even tried their best to keep Utami down, but you can't keep Utami down. Especially not those two. But it was a great effort. Utami Hayashishita pins Syoko Koshino with a deadlift German suplex. For the 1, 2, 3, Utami, your winner. Both Utami and Syoko got on the mic. Syoko talks about how she wants to get stronger, wants to become a bigger name in Marigold, and henceforth challenged Utami to a singles match, which Rossy Ogawa gave the nod of approval. But yeah, so we can look forward to a future singles match between Syoko Koshino and Utami Hayashishita. That'll be a good challenge for Syoko. That'll be a really good challenge, and, you know, definitely can appreciate her stepping up to a former Marigold World Champ. I love it. Pancake67 LeBron, I hope I said that name correctly. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Mine is going well. How about you? Glenn says, Amare has had so much bad luck recently. Still it freed up Hummingbird to put on a good show. I just chalk it up to she's out sick. I mean, poor health, out sick. I don't expect it to be anything serious. I think she'll be back very soon. So, you know, it happens. It happens. I'm not really worried. I'm not worried. Okay, let's see. Okay. Now, it's about to get interesting. So let's go to our next match. Here we go. Next match. Alrighty. Pancake says, not too good. Fractured 3 of my fingers skiing on Saturday. Ugh. Ouch. Ouch. I'm sorry to hear that. Man, first of all, you're brave for skiing, because that's something I would never do. Second of all, I hope you get well soon. Oof. Oof. Three fingers on the same hand, or like, you know, some on one hand, some on the other, or I take it all on one hand. Oof. That sucks. Okay. We had the finals of the Marigold 3D Trios Championship tournament. It came down to the team of Mai Sakurai, Natsumi Showzuki, Erina Yamanaka, taking on Darkness Revolution, Nagisa Nozaki, Psycho Speed Misa Matsui, and the Black Diamond, Rhea Seto. Devil Sub-Zero 24. I'm doing good. How are you? Welcome to the stream. All 3 on the right hand. Ooh, ouch. Dang, that sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. Hope you heal ASAP. Speedy recovery. That right hand gets back to 100%. Okay, tournament finals. This match lasted a little over 13 minutes. Very intense trios match, for obvious reasons, of course. Really could have gone either way. Both teams came in very strong. Very, very strong. So, honestly, this really could have gone either way. But they definitely... I was rooting for the first team, but Darkness Revolution did not make it easy. I can't say that I do. Not off the top of my head. So, of course, it was one of those matches where more and more as time passed, the action got more intense. Even to the point where, so the finish was kind of cool, but it was a little nasty. Me and you used to play WWE at the time, and I was just having an amazing... Oh, wow! Oh, man. Wow, it's been a long, long time. Wow. Yeah, it's been a long time. What's new? Because, wow, that was forever ago. That was a good long time ago. So, the finish, Seto really took the biggest blunt of this finish. So, it was diving double knee drop from Natsumi Showzuki, diving elbow drop from Mai Sakurai, and then Erina Yamanaka finished it off doing that Ulka press, that little twisting tornado press, and I couldn't help but notice it looked like her forearm or her elbow came down on Seto's jaw or something like that, because afterwards she was bleeding from the mouth, and it looked like she had cut her lip or maybe bit down on her lip from the impact or whatnot, or maybe just the force, but yeah, she was bleeding badly from the mouth. But 1, 2, 3, Erina with the pin. Erina Yamanaka, Natsumi Showzuki, and Mai Sakurai are your inaugural Marigold 3D Trios champions. Congratulations to those three. Been busy lately? Well, I hope it's a good busy. Glenn says, I was a bit surprised Darkness Revolution lost. I guess that high-end fishing trip Mai Sakurai went on didn't tire her out too much. I mean, I didn't think they were going to end up having a good portion of the titles. I mean, I didn't really see Misa Matsui becoming a double champ like that. So, I figured being that the other team didn't have any titles, I figured that was where I was leaning more towards. Not only that, they now have a trio name, which I believe is called Lavian Rose. Interesting name. I don't know if that's French or Italian or something. Devil Sub-Zero says, I'm about to go to Raw because it's on my birthday. Oh! Well, enjoy. Hope it is a memorable experience. Definitely enjoy. But that wasn't it. Even after that, Komomo Minami comes out to make the first challenge on behalf of Icon Peach Arrow for those 3D Trios Championships. So, I think it's safe to say we got our first set of challengers. But hey, congratulations to Lavienne Rose. This is Mai Sakurai's third Marigold Championship. This is Natsumi Showzuki's second Marigold Championship. And the now newly freelancing Erina Yamanaka's first Marigold Championship. So, congratulations to those three. I think they're going to have a pretty good run. But hopefully this opens the door for more trios established as well as overall factions. Which I think that's coming up sooner than we think. Appreciate it, Blitz. Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Okay. Let's go to our next match. Here we go. Alrighty, we had a special singles match between two very familiar faces, especially with each other, as the icon of Joshi Pro Wrestling, Mayu Iwatani, the Marigold Superfly Champion and GHC Women's Champion, went one-on-one with Ren. Ren also as in Ren Karakura. But yeah, pretty solid match. Lasted almost 13 and a half minutes. But you know, Ren definitely looked good in this match. Showed a lot of fighting spirit. Even considering Mayu was in control for a good portion of this match, especially early on. But eventually, Ren definitely, got going middle of the match and throughout. And, Ren was doing all sorts of moves. Did a little bit of submissions, did some, a little bit of high flying, some power moves. Ren definitely looked really good in this match. And, it's good that she was granted this opportunity, considering she'll be retiring in May. But, despite her impressive effort, came up just a little short, as Mayu Iwatani was able to pin Ren with a dragon suplex for the 1-2-3. It actually took her 2 dragon suplexes because she didn't get it on the first one. So on the second dragon suplex, didn't even need to use the 2-stage version. Got the victory over Ren. Great sportsmanship afterwards. And Ren offered for Mayu Iwatani to be her tag team partner for her retirement match on May 5th. And marvelous. So, Ren and Mayu will team up one last time for Ren's retirement match. May 5th. So, definitely looking forward to that. I have to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, great match between both of these ladies. And, it is kind of a bummer that, Ren just came back not too long ago. But now we know she's retiring in May. It's unfortunate, but hopefully between now and May, she can get in some retirement mode matches, or retirement road matches, and, get a last hurrah. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, let's go to our next match. Alrighty. This was for the Marigold United National Championship. As the champion, making her 4th defense, Victoria Yuzuki, defending against Achika Kochika Gochika Chika Goto. Well, this was Gochika's second attempt at this title. She came up short back when Mai Sakurai had it. So, yeah. Oh, Panther Zero. Oh, okay, I remember you now. Yeah, Panther Zero. Why'd you change your name again? I like Panther Zero. Oh well. Gotcha. Woo! I have to say, Gochika really brought it this match. I mean, she struck first and she struck hard. I feel like Victoria Yuzuki didn't finally get some offense for this match until like maybe 5 minutes into the match. Or maybe at the 5-minute point. Because Gochika just really unleashed fury on Victoria Yuzuki. I mean, she just dropped her with a big old boot, and then choke slammed her, and then gave her the giant swing outside the ring. I mean, Gochika just unleashed quite the attack on Victoria Yuzuki. Even got her in a Boston Crab and just really dominated. I mean, even got her to the point where she almost tapped out to the torture rack. She got her in a torture rack. I was just like, oh snap, Gochika might do this. But yeah, you did. Sub-Zero, you did. That was a good one. But like, yeah, incredible effort for Gochika, and this match went almost 17 minutes. And eventually, though, Victoria Yuzuki did get her footing and was able to mount a comeback. I didn't change it. I just got Oh, okay. Gotcha. I see. Understandable. Well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. So, I get it. But yeah, Victoria Yuzuki eventually made her comeback. Wasn't easy, but she was eventually able to drop Chika Goto and then finish her off, hitting that victory sunset off the top turnbuckle, pinning her for the 1-2-3. So that's now 4 successful defenses for Victoria Yuzuki. Great job. I would have thought somebody would have came out and challenged her, but that didn't happen. But yeah, guess we gotta wait a little longer. And then the main event came down to this very high stakes match. This was a title versus hair match as Miku Ano put the Marigold World Championship up on the line against the Dark Wolf Chiaki. If Chiaki loses, she must have her hair shaved. Or her head shaved, I'm sorry. But I gotta admire the persistence of Chiaki and how she finally got this title opportunity, especially after she humiliated Miku Ano at the press conference. So, here we are. She finally gets her opportunity. And you know, she did her best. Even with all the shenanigans. And even just really messing up Miku Ano early in the match. Whew. But this is Miku Ano we're talking about. This is the brilliant future we're talking about. Sub-Zero says, it's been a whole year since we was playing WWE. It's been a decade. Are you planning on getting the new one coming up next month? It'll be here soon. When you think about it, it'll be here soon. Um, but yeah, Chiaki, you gave it a good effort, but it just wasn't quite enough. As Miku Ano put away Chiaki with the red sensation and pinned her for the 1-2-3, Miku Ano secures her second title defense. And despite a little bit of pushback, Chiaki reluctantly sat down and got her head shaved. Well, Miku Ano only cut off some of her hair and just didn't want to go any further. And Chiaki grabbed the clippers herself and just started shaving some of her head. She did the rest backstage. But yeah, Nagisa Nozaki had to bring her to her senses, and that's how she eventually gave in and got her head shaved. So we're going to be looking at a shaven Chiaki next time in the ring. So oh, no gamer. Got that right already, but I'm not a gamer no more. Oh yeah, your gamer days are over. I feel you. But what a great showing though with this show. They definitely took it up a notch with that main event. Because originally it was just supposed to be a non-title regular match. But, Chiaki got her way. And was at least able to get the title match. But yeah, not only that, Marigold's going to be on a little break for a while. Because I don't think their next show isn't until I think middle of March. So they got a little while before their next show. So, but yeah, other than that, good solid show. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for the stream. Oh, you got the Attitude Era edition? Okay, nice. I haven't decided yet what edition I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna definitely get it. I just haven't decided what edition I'm gonna get yet. But yeah. So this week, I know this week we have let's see. We got Elimination Chamber on Friday. New Japan's The New Beginning USA this Friday. And the finals of the Noah Junior Tag League on Sunday. So got that to look forward to for this week. But yeah, that'll do it. I want to thank everybody for coming through, for chatting it up with me. And for those that catch the archive of this, let me know y'all's thoughts on the two announced Vegas shows from House of Glory and Spark Joshi Puresu. Let me know your thoughts about Elimination Chamber and them blocking out watch parties. Let me know your thoughts on TJPW redesigning all three championships that will debut at Grand Princess 26. Let me know your thoughts on the Noah Junior Tag League. Who do you think is going to win it all? And let me know your thoughts on Marigold New Year Golden Garden. And yeah, what'd you think of the show? And as usual, don't forget to like, follow, comment, subscribe, all of the above. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed this live stream. Sub-Zero says, they got CM Punk's old theme there. Yeah, I did hear about that. And I think they just posted the roster not too long ago, so I have to definitely check that out. But who knows? I might do a video on that. But we'll see. But anyway, My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram of Blitzball Champ Gaming. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and I will see everybody in the next live stream and or video.